First things first. I was thinking we're using the in-game music. Oh, mute when minimized. Did not know that was a thing. Anywho, today I'm gonna. Well, we'll skip that. This will be, I don't know. Let's see. This will be my experimental stream save. We aren't going to be doing the default though. Space elevator deliverables set to 100. Recipe costs multiplier 0.5 because that's what I calculated it on. Node randomization set to default and all pure. The world seed I don't think is particularly relevant because of the fact that it's the default distribution, and I believe that just affects that. Also, the weather and stuff is set too. I have a settings command. We're skipping onboarding. Game mode's enabled. Yes. I did start up a creative save because I wanted to check some stuff, as well as when you change the parts cost multiplier, it actually changes a lot of recipes, but it's not everything is exactly a 50% cut. I want to go over there. Also, the hostile mobs should be on passive. Ow. I've been having difficulty getting the pretzel music to work. That's why I'm using the in-game. We're starting here. I've never actually started anywhere besides the grassy fields. Oh, hey, it's raining. Let's see, my spot I wanted to set up is to this direction. Ah, yes, there we go. Because there's 8 iron ore nodes here and a couple of copper nodes like over there. What up? So I thought that's what we would do. Also, those extra slots were from the onboarding process. For the moment, I'm going to put that in my hand. And what I'm thinking for how we're going to split the nodes up for the early game here, which I know I'm ignoring all the bushes.
It's raining kittens and puppies out there.
Thanks for sharing. We're going to put our hub here for now. Let's put the door on this side so we don't like dash out the door and off a cliff. Don't think we have the. We do have that unlocked. We just don't have the splitters and mergers unlocked quite yet. What I'm thinking is we use this for parts for us to like build with. I might need to turn some settings down here graphically. Anyway, use those nodes for building stuff, and at least one of the nodes over here for our copper needs. Which initially it's going to be wire, cable, and then eventually copper sheets. And then we're going to need at least one limestone node. But since they're up here, internet connection? Why are you being like this? I can see that. Oh, come on, internet. It's 7 o'clock. We're going to need some copper for wire and stuff. And then we're going to need one limestone node. That doesn't help us any. Shh. So one of the first things we do is set up at least one miner. I think I'm going to start over here. Nope, not that way. That way. Let's see, splitters and mergers are over there. Going a lot of handcrafting. Also, I do want that and that. Obstacle clearing is going to be the big one. Anyways, let's start with this one, actually. We obviously do not have the parts on us to do that, but... And that. Okay. So we need more... We don't need the copper just yet, so I'm going to leave that alone for the moment. Everybody's favorite activity, handcrafting in an automation game. I know where the limestone is too. I've played it a few times. I don't really see a point personally in starting anywhere besides Aggressy because it's just one map. It's just where you're starting. Oh yeah, that's good. I keep forgetting that. Basically, if what you're crafting has a further thing down, it automatically will highlight that too. Show power. We can do biomass burners, right? Yes, indeed we can. Should be a node right there. And there's a Caterium node over there, but we technically can't get to it yet. 200. Yep. What do we do for that? Yes, you admire the thing. Okay. We're not going to be able to automate everything right away. So this gets us the ability to make foundations, which we're definitely going to want. It helps keep things more organized than just drawing it all over the terrain. Also, while we're running around, we might as well free up all the other nodes, huh? Oh, I guess I was standing on it. Gotta get all this stuff done first. The biggest drawback of doing the 100x multiplier is it's going to take a while for all of that smart plating. Since these are pure nodes, those miners are probably all full. In my test world, I've had some interesting finds. The 0.5 parts cost multiplier affects some things, but not everything across the board. And some things it's actually the full doubling, but others are not. And one of the things that I found is, by default, because it's not using any recipes with the coal generators, the amount they produce is the same regardless. Uses the same amount of water, same amount of coal, and produces the same amount of power. Biomass, on the other hand, there we go. The biomass actually does. You get quite a bit more power than you would otherwise. That's something in my hand. No, wrong console. Wrong window. Looks like some of the stuff costs a little less here, I think. Because normally I'm pretty sure there's 3 even in the crafting bench. Ooh, thunderstorm. I said yesterday I would stream earlier and do satisfactory. We are going to need the assemblers to do not just space elevator parts, but we're going to need reinforced plates largely in order to build the Mark II belts. And then I don't think there's anything yet that uses it, but we will need modular frames at some point. And we're going to be doing a lot of running around. Smack that button. Show it who's boss.
Milestone reached. Several new structures are now available for improving factory organization.
Oh,
Foundations
let's see.
provide a
We'll
building
need
grid,
an
which
equipment
makes it
workshop.
easier to manage
And
placement
that.
of any structure. In the event that you are experiencing amnesia
Oh,
for
I
all
need
events
virus.
prior to planetfall,
Okay.
be reassured that memories of beloved humans and/or animals would have only been distractions from your important mission.
It is 4. So maybe way more than I need. Because that is where you build more of the portable miners, which we're going to need a fair few of. Actually, looking at where we're situated here, I'm going to move this to the other side. Gosh darn it, I keep hitting all the wrong buttons. Nothing new there, but yeah, still annoying. Gosh darn it. Because I want to put another miner there, which we do not have the parts for. Because of course we don't. Miners mostly. Two more. I'm going to stop at 2. And then I believe we just need concrete at this point. Can't tie them together, but we'll be able to split it. And then once we have the Mark II belts, that's actually what we're going to need as the Mark I miner. I didn't look in the interface, but I'm pretty sure it's 120 a minute on a pure mode. Yes. We'll get to the space elevator eventually, but I'm not in a huge hurry for that. Just because I think we're going to be automating a lot of that. So we're going to need one there, at least one on the copper. Since the power cost is the same as it is by default, it should be less of an issue. Concrete. So I'm going to place one miner on that other iron node. Ah, yes, early game. And to think, we actually skipped a whole bunch of that early game handcrafting. I'm just gonna craft this all. It's gonna take us a little bit before we get to where we can actually automate that. We will eventually, but we just aren't there yet. I'm gonna need 3, I think. 3 different constructors to make the biofuel. Okay, so we need one of those. Yeah, 120 minutes. Because we're going to need more iron than most of the other stuff. And then, where's my hole? I'm going to put one over here. I don't think we're going to necessarily burn through tons of it. Oh, iron plates. Silly me. There's going to be a little bit of that early game too. Vacuum it a lot. Let's see, iron ingot. Maybe a little bit of iron ore in my pockets. So, what we're going to want. We definitely want splitters and mergers because I want to go ahead before we get too carried away here and set up the biomass burners to, well, burn some biomass. That way, I just have to fuel the darn thing first. Okay, so, and one of those right there. That's the spot. And then we're going to go do some more research. I might have to start putting some of this in a bin somewhere. Yeah, or maybe not. Leaves don't take up a lot of room. It's the wood. Biomass. I think we can turn it directly into biomass in this phase. Not 100% sure, but I think we can. Yes, indeed we can. Okay, next thing, I want that for sure. It's only more than we have. That's fine. Back to handcrafting. But the thing is, once we have that, I can start setting some of the other stuff up, like the initial power with the biomass burners. Which may take a bit because I need the parts to be able to build it. If I remember correctly, among other things, the basic default smelter recipes are generally not affected by the parts cost multiplier. Other things are, but that's not if I remember right. And at the moment, we still have the... we don't actually have the awesome shop unlocked, so we can't do anything involving, like, just concrete for the foundations. That's going to be one of the earlier things we unlock. Also, when we get to the actual building, that's going to be the main focus. The one thing I definitely have planned out is the nuclear power plant. I don't actually have much past that other than a build style I was thinking I would go for. I mean, I am far from the best builder at this game, but I was actually thinking Warhammer 40k Forge World type of thing. So I was thinking, our own little bit of lore for this particular thing is that we were sent by the Mechanicus of Mars to go set up a new Forge World. Part of our tasks includes the completion of the space elevator stuff to send ship back. That's how they know that we succeeded. For the Omnissiah. But I know it's silly, but yep. Gonna be a lot of crafting. So there's all of that. We do not have enough parts to make any smelters or that. Perfect. Even if I wanted to, I can't actually power it just yet. I mean, I have the biomass burners on the back there, so I could probably semi-automate a little bit of these right away. It's actually not a bad idea. Go ahead and use the ones on the back. I think the ones on the hub do 30 megawatts? And then the other ones do 20? Or it might be the other way around. Let's look. Let's see. Those ones do 30. So that ones do 20. Yeah. And let's just start. But first, a smart person would have probably done that right away. I'm sorry, we don't do that around here. What do you think? Might not be a bad idea. Let's do the switchy of a couple of things here. Namely, I want to get the plates and rods going, at least minimally. Pick those up. Keep doing that. So temporarily, I think I'm going to set a couple of them on the iron. So that I can start hand building stuff too. Everybody's favorite. I don't have any iron rods at all. Oh yeah, that might help. Nope, not that button. I'm gonna throw one over on the copper. So I'm gonna turn the music up a little. Oh, it's already at 80. Oh, it's probably master volume is pretty low too. Oh, that probably helped. Ow. Ow, my feet. Ow, my head. Ow, my feet. Ow, my head. Keep your chin up. Ow, my chin. So we have a bit of concrete to do, a little bit of concrete. It's the one recipe. We are going to need to go and collect all the hard drives at some point because there's a whole bunch of alt recipes that we'll be using. I'm not necessarily going to automate screws right away Everybody's favorite. Yeah, that probably might be the smart way to do it. Oh well. And for anybody who reaches this point in the VOD, I highly doubt we're going to be getting out of phase 1 by end of stream. I could probably go until tomorrow's stream and still not get there. Because some crazy fool set to 100x. Wouldn't know anything about that, would I? Actually, I remember a few years ago watching somebody do that on a YouTube video once. Basically what they were doing is they were doing a V8 swap into a, I want to say it was a Toyota Tacoma, an ancient one. And one of the first things they did was they tore the engine out. But then they had to go and get the engine block from the junkyard, and they needed a truck to haul it. And then, of course, they had other vehicle to do it, but they were like, yeah, because some crazy person ripped the engine out of my truck. Wouldn't be the first one to do things like that. I bet it is. From the way this is going, I think it has affected the handcrafted stuff. I never checked because, you know, creative, you don't necessarily... I actually turned off the build parts, buildings costs, resources stuff. Which also means in that particular save, you can have an infinite amount of summer sloops. You don't get them back when you dismantle anything, but you can build as many power augmenters as you like. We are going to need iron plates. We're going to need rods. Before we go too crazy, I think we're going to start with the rods. No, I don't think I'm going to turn all the iron ingots into iron rods. I don't think I've lost it that far. I don't think. The counter's going up faster because you get two plates, but you can do one one rod. We haven't touched screws yet. Funnily enough, the only buildable that I know of that requires screws absolutely is the awesome shop. As far as I know, everything else doesn't really require that. And other than that, it is generally used in crafting recipes. I'll make a few more iron plates too, because we're gonna need them. I think it was constructors use the reinforced plates. Should be enough for the moment. I'm just gonna try getting the one to that one up. So we need that. And the initial is going to be... Actually, I think we do need both. Two, three, four. Technically, we aren't going to be able to do all of these at once. But when we get the Mark II belts... And I think I'm going to do the outer. Three. That one and that one for the moment. Collect some more iron ore. And then the constructors, it changes there too. It's gonna be a little messy. Sorry. Air plates 20 to 20. So that's 30. Oh, we could do more than that. Oh. Silly me. This is for just the Mark 1 belts. And then I'm going to put one a bit further this way. To do iron rods. 15 and 15. This is going to be so very sloppy. For now. Yeah, that's never going to work. Put it a bit further up. And blitz. Well, we knew this was going to happen. Which is why we're not wandering terribly far just yet. We'll get there. Just not quite yet. And we're going to do the as far as we can with the biomass too. I believe it stacks to 500. The recipe for the biomass that you do with the machines, especially the wood, the ratio ends up going really wild. So this is because we have nothing else to do with it. Alright, fine. There. And there. I keep hitting spacebar because I keep forgetting I don't have a jetpack. 26, so that should be enough. The issue is going to be having enough biomass. Yeah, that's going to be enough to where once we get the Mark II belts going, we can actually run all of that off of one. We got some wood. I see. How nice. Lovely. There's some mild deforestation, don't mind me. So yes, there was stuff there. We want to make biomass. Eventually, once we get the obstacle clearing, we'll do the other one, which is the... it's a chainsaw, and it gives you the solid biofuel. I suppose I don't really need all that much at the moment, just a little. Want that. Go pick those back up. Carry them over there again. Not over there. Just pick the thing up. We wait long enough, we'll get that. Thing is going to be over there. We need to set up a we'll need to set up a miner over there. Oh yeah, and then there's also those. First log. I don't believe we have the map unlocked yet. Up there. No jetpack, no hover pack, none of the boots. We are
This semi-slug
definitely going to need
species
those.
seems to persist entirely through absorbing and storing energy from its surroundings. Studying this could provide new methods for improving fixit production line efficiency. Store this potential resource for later use.
We're just storing resources. Because that is a Mercer sphere. We'll need
The
those.
astrobiologist Dr. D.M. Mercer was the first to recognize the presence and probable nature of these alien artifacts. These chain-melted state spheres are named in his honor.
Smelter.
Each sphere emits a unique signal and will require study to determine local application. Store it for later use.
It's going to be really crappy, but it'll function. Smelter. Set the copper ingots. Gosh darn it. Give me the interface, please. Thank you. And constructor. Making wire for the moment, and then a storage bin. And we don't have iron rods. Of course. I'm just going to grab it over there for now. Eventually, all this will be automated. Storage container for that. I could use straight mode or curved mode or something, but I think this will be fine for now. Megawatts. Should be okay. Next consumption of 39 out of 41. Yeah. I have way more iron ingots than I need. Oh well. I guess ones might end up being used for screws. Back to the handcrafting. Among the things that you do absolutely need summer subs for, the power slugs, at 0.5 for the recipe parts multiplier, they don't double. You still get 1 per blue slug, 2 per yellow, and 5 per purple. I do know if you go the other way, it actually does 2 blue power slugs to make 1 power shard. You need to use the summer slips to bring it back up to normal. With the power plant I do have planned out for this save, I have a full version of it planned out on a factory calculating website, but because it doesn't account for that 0.5 variance, that's also why I had to make a creative save, and it's not actually a straight doubling or quadrupling. It's like 3.3 times the power. Same amount of inputs, 3.3 times the outputs. Okay, let's see. How are we doing over here? 54, that's progress. Let's just craft some of that by hand. Well, the machines are going. It's primarily the rods and then wire. Let's go ahead and get that produced. Because that'll give us the splitters and mergers, which will let us separate the stuff. Not going to be able to do the Mark IIs just yet. Because we would need automation for that. It's on the to-do list. Gonna get there. Oh, in this particular patch of the 1.2 experimental update, they actually fixed something that I've had an issue with before, where there's the to-do list on the side of the screen, and, well, I have to tweak some audio here. Elevator music is fine. I think that's mostly gonna be like the rain, maybe. Oh no, ambient volume. Let's turn that way down. Gonna be a little bit of playing around with that. How goes that? 78. That's not too bad. Not too bad. One of the things with the game is that it gets really granular in the audio. Like, you can adjust the volume for individual things if you want. Do I have any copper ore on me? I think I do. That's iron. That's iron. That's iron. Oh. Well, that's not gonna work. It's close to capacity, but this is just temporary .tm. Anybody's ever played this game knows how that goes. Let's go craft us some wire. By hand. I think before I do that, I want to set up the thing for the biomass. Because I want to do a bin to dump the stuff in. For the moment, since we're not going to have smart splitters for a minute, leaves and wood get their own containers into constructors, but then merge the constructors outputs together into... I'd like to do biofuel before we do that. So, yes, you need a parts factory so you can build your parts factory so that you can build the bigger parts factory. Sounds metallic. The gentle sounds of rain on a tin roof. That should get us most of the way there. I have no idea why the Pretzel app isn't working, and their website does work, but that's really annoying. Also, there's the whole, you go through the playlist a couple times and it switches you to the Surprise Me station, and I'm like, please don't do that. This is why there's a specific playlist. Yeah, we don't have cover sheets just yet. You get those eventually. We can now lift, split, and separate.
Milestone reached. Conveyor belts can now merge, split, and lift to save space and enhance the productivity of your factory. Fixit encourages you to consider investing in verticality when it comes to factory logistics. If you feel stressed by this complexity, imagine yourself on the shore of a vast and calm ocean. Breathe in. Visualize all the people relying on you. The sea is made of billions of faces, each staring at you with hope and tears in their eyes. Breathe out. Feel refreshed and focused on your duties.
But what if I don't want to focus on my duties? What if I want to screw around? Eventually, yes, I will be getting the coffee cup. Okay, so one of the first things I want to do is set up some foundations for our new initial biofuel power generator. I think we can get obstacle clearing before we get building, though. Since I didn't increase the power multiplier, whatever the default of the machine is, that's what we're using. With the calculators not working with the, if you change the parts cost multiplier, I'm figuring personally they probably will. They just haven't quite done that yet, and it's going to take a while because there's so many variables. And you also have to know specifically which recipes are affected and by how much. Because it's not a straight 2 to 1 at 0.5 across the board. That'd be nice, but that's not how that works. Hailberries. We're going to probably want some
potential edible collected.
Some little buddies.
If consumed before authorized is compatible with the human digestive system by Fixit, the consumer is responsible for any and all consequences. Store this potential resource for later use.
The game is serenading me. I think I might put it over here. I don't think it really matters which one we use. I don't actually care if it's aligned to the grid or not, to be honest. I think this is where we're going to put it. We have to do that before we do the... actually, I need to dump some stuff out of my pockets first. Before we get too crazy. We're not going to need that for a while, or that, or that. We'll need those at some point. Because that was the other thing. Did I? I don't think I got that set up. Yep. Not even on a temporary basis. Let's sit down and all that, but we're not going to be able to do much with it just yet. And constructor, because it doesn't go into. And that's it on those. Concrete. The ratio is a little better. Usually it's 45 to 15, but here it's not. Organization. It's not going to do much of anything because we don't have enough power. Oh, I don't have any cables left. Oops. Whoopsie daisies. That wasn't quite what I meant to grab, but okay. So we got that over there. I'm gonna have to rearrange stuff because their output is gonna go way up. Alright. Oh, that's where the nuts are. There we go.
Potential edible collected. Eating it and surviving does not count as a valid field test and does not generate enough data for Fixit to make an informed decision. Store this potential resource for later use.
We will. Ow. Owie, owie, owie. For when we get the power going, if that should help. So I think I wanted... I'm about to look. Obstacle clearing? So that way we can make the thing. Make the chainsaw. Make that chainsaw. Get rid of all that disgusting nature. Also, that would be the MAM. Can we get a hard drive? That's new. That's gonna be the other big one. I think we do need that. Oh, that's the one that gives you the map. Silly me. I should have known that. Yeah, it's exceeding this pace at which it can output the and then I'm gonna grab a bunch of those to make screws. Everybody's favorite screws. Like this one, I think is exactly the same. Reinforced iron plates. Not yet. Soon.tm. So it's this, and then also we need them to make the. I think we need the screws to make the chainsaw itself. But then there's only one other thing that uses the screws for the research stuff. And then beyond that, you're free to just ditch them entirely. Oh, 292. Oh, I thought it was ready. Wasn't ready. So on Steam, this is my most played key. You don't accidentally get 2,000 plus. Alright, that gives us the MAM, which I believe
Milestone
needs
reached.
reinforced plates to
Supply
build,
a molecular
actually.
analysis machine, referred to as the MAB,
Yeah.
with local resources to research and develop new
I
technologies.
need
Potential
5.
technologies
5.
include exploration tools, weapons, and factory buildings. These are essential for maximizing your Pioneer efficiency in alignment with Fixit's core pillars: construct, automate, explore, and exploit. To advance Fixit's mission, all notable phenomena, resources, technology, or other influence should be investigated regardless of any perceived danger, as stated in the Pioneer contract.
Oh. Nutrients, we have that.
This fruit,
Learn,
dubbed the
learn,
paleberry
learn.
due to its tendency to stay light in color even when ripe, is compatible with the human digestive system and has been added to the object scanner.
Because we need them for the
Further
cute
research
little
is
pink
available.
things. Yeah, we are not anywhere near that.
This fruit, dubbed the barrel nut after its distinctive color, is compatible with the human digestive system and has been added to the object scanner. Further research is available.
And then under power slicks. EE for research.
This semi-slug, now dubbed power slug, is early in its life cycle and has retained only part of its potential energy storage capacity, giving it its blue color. Power slugs are capable of extracting latent energy from their surroundings, including through a form of photosynthesis, and preserve it in their porous semi-crystalline shell over their lifetime.
Yeah, that's things.
This explains why they
pile
rarely
up.
move after having found a suitable location. Mercer sphere analysis completed. Established local planetary signature of massage 2, AB, in the local Mercer sphere signals, allowing them to be tracked by the object scanner. Mercer spheres can also transmit data between specific.
Witness our scripture, witness our windows. Have you come to defile our shrine? Sing us a song.
Arguing the existence of intelligent alien life. While Fixit has figured out the method, all of the original data is still untranslatable.
Grab the yellow over here. The biggest advantage of it being the default and having played in this area so much is that I can just go, oh yeah, that should be over there, and that should be over there. A yeller slug. What, you're not gonna say anything here? Run. Eh. That will be needed, but not yet. Logistics Mark II, that's what gets us Mark II belts. Sure. Let us begin this. We are going to need a whole bunch of that. This, I think the actual chainsaw does need screws. It might need reinforced iron plates too, which might be problematic at the moment. This game tends to be very forgiving in that regard. If it's in one of those things, as long as you have the parts to research whatever it is, you can do it. You don't actually have to be able to craft that part. You can find it in one of those crash sites. Which I think we're going to do next. I'd hit sort, but I don't think that might. Don't think that's going to be necessary. Sorting of the pockets. Plenty of screws. That's not going to be anywhere near enough cable, though. We're going to need more, but first let's go make sure our biomass is full. crunch. I'll harvest your remains eventually. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Did I tell you what's happening soon enough? Whoops. You haven't died yet. Oh yeah. Whoopsie. My bad. The mewing sound is the spiders. Yeah.
Milestone reached.
Let's
Solid
see what I
biofuel, created from any biomass, ensures maximum efficiency of biomass burners.
Okay,
To aid in
reinforce
biofuel
plates.
production, the chainsaw allows for the removal of tougher wood and coral foliage. Additionally, your pocket dimension has been inflated to increase inventory size. Inspirational note: will you be the Fix-It Employee of the Month? You could be if you construct, automate, explore, and exploit by eliminating all obstacles to efficiency. This isn't just fun, it's contractually mandated fun, fun, fun.
I mean, we got iron rods. Not a problem. They're fully automated at the moment. I'm just gonna grab all of those. Chainsaw, but no fuel. Alright, first things first, we gotta make. Now we can make fuel. Oh, jeez. I forgot how long this part is. Oopsie. And I know we're going to need more reinforced plates. Because constructors take reinforced plates. Whoops. Biofuel goes there. Alright, let's see. We started, I think it's over here. Yes. I don't have enough concrete to do that. I don't have enough concrete, and nobody's making any either. So we're going to need 3 of those. And I don't remember how much of the... I don't actually remember the ratios, so I couldn't tell you offhand. Let's see. I'm gonna handcraft this part first. I know it's very slow on the wood. And then cables. Let's go ahead and make a few extras. I don't think it's a 1-to-1. That much is for sure. Okay, so constructor. Tissue. 1 for wood, 1 for these. 60. That one's the one that gets to be problematic because it needs to be underclocked, because it's going to be a minute before we have the belts that can actually do that. So biofuel. So literally, we can live off just the leaves for now. Okay, I think we can do that. And then save the wood for later. That's a solid biofuel. 60 and 60, yep. A Mark 1 belt. And for the moment, I think I'm going to stick it in the container. At least initially. And we need 2 more containers for the rear of this thing. Wood and leaves. And then we're going to have to temporarily disconnect all of that. Helps if you actually grab the power to do the thing first. Eight megawatts, which is more than we have left over here. By a little bit. Okay, biomass burgers. The max we can do is 60, and I forget how much it takes a minute. But we have the ability to make more, so for now, I'm gonna cut that off. And we are going to let the machine do the work for us. These. There's these in the biomass. It's a slow process because we're still quite early. I thought I saw blue slug. Ah, over there. Guess we need blue slugs because I don't have overclocking yet. Back to the ma'am. We're gonna need a lot of constructors, it looks like. 2 off of the wood one. Power shard. I didn't make a power shard. That is unlocked. Okie dokie. Power slugs. Need to unlock that.
Overclocking development completed. Power shards can now be inserted into all buildings to increase input and output speed. Underclocking is also possible. Note: power consumption of overclocked buildings increases exponentially.
We're going to be doing a lot of that. We can't do that yet because we don't have rotors or rotors anywhere, so. And now I'm going to keep this bit going so that I can actually build the other part. $34. I don't know that I have enough power at the moment for that. That's going to be kind of necessary too. There's a cave over there somewhere. So I don't have enough cables at the moment. materials. Make a few more. I think it's still there. Yeah. 34 plus whatever that is. 9. That'd be just over 40 and it'll trip immediately. We're not going to do that. So that means I need to go place the portable miners back over there. Hello, more handcrafting. We're coming. We're getting there. We're getting there. So normally it's 50 smart plates, which usually isn't too awfully bad. It's going to be 5,000 smart plates. Oh. Huh. I'll let those run for a minute. Actually. Take that, nature. So yes, there was nature at one point. Just a little bit of quick lumberjacking. We are going to need concrete too. Not necessarily for the biomass burners, but we will need it for the foundations. Wood goes there. These go there. Somebody build stuff across where I need to walk. Concrete. Nope. Gosh darn it, I keep hitting the wrong buttons. How do you know you've played too many other games? You go into Minecraft and you hit shift to sprint, even though that's not what that is. And then you tap C to do the sliding jump thing that you can do in Satisfactory, but it doesn't work in Minecraft. Once we get some bio burners going. Really? Who's in the way? Oh. It's you, Billy. And I do not remember the burn rate. What could possibly go wrong here? I think it's... Nope. You have to hold it for a minute. If we're making 60, that's what, 5? No. 4, 15. Yeah, okie dokie. too awfully much of a problem. We're also going to need splitters and things. And no, I don't think there's enough room there. Not for all 15. Yeah, that was probably too many iron plates. Oh well, they'll get used. Whoops. Whoopsie doodle. Aww. I need more. I gotta need a little bit more of that. This too shall pass. Once we have the power going, we'll be able to hook everything up. But we're definitely going to probably need more rods than even that, and we're going to need cable. Five sets of 3. Yep. Sounds about right. Need 125 wire, but we're going to need more for the power poles. 'Cause that's an iron rod, concrete, and a little bit of wire. Only because I didn't have enough power to go around to turn that on too. So 9 is a nice number that works with that. It's gonna probably get modified at some point. So yes, I'm turning all the copper into wire because we don't have copper sheets yet. Eventually, I'm hoping to get the iron wire recipe. We're gonna have to go actually do some explorating. Oh yeah, we have the map now, don't we? Just remembered we unlocked that recently. Oh yeah, that's the thing too, isn't it, huh? Hmm. 6, 7, 8. Aw. My platform's too short. Okay, this is going to be interesting. So one here, and then one here, and then one here. And I don't think I have anywhere near enough iron plates to do all the belt work here. Don't have that. This is going to be one of I might. Well, I'm going to leave that there for now. Straight belt mode. That's one of those ones that I have no idea where it's going. Can't quite get up there. My jumping, it's too weak. I think I'm going to start with that. I think we can do that. Yeah. That's an interesting thing. There. And remember right there. That's all of those. Got stuck again. I gotta make a little more concrete so that we can put foundations under it. I like putting foundations underneath this stuff because it makes it a little easier to work with, but this will be fine, I think. Let's see, I did leave those over there. For the cave that's under that arch, there is actually an easier way in. You don't have to fall down. I better check that while I'm there. Should have enough biomass on me to fill it back up. I will also say, as soon as I've got all that hooked up, I am disconnecting this. Concrete. Oh, the concrete. For the actual nuclear power plant, I'm using the rubber concrete recipe because you get so much more concrete out of it. Oh, one of the other things that I found, I wasn't sure on, but I was figuring it would be the case. The water tower mechanic in the game works on oil too. I did the test, it's like, oh, I guess it does work. I was thinking all the liquids would probably be the same in the game. Behind the scenes, things like viscosity and all that stuff don't apply. I wouldn't want them to try to account for that. So actually pushes up nerd glasses. The game doesn't care. Oh, I forgot about that. There's a little lump in here. It's like, nah. Tables. Cable. We'll get there. I promise. We'll get there eventually. stop there. Stop with some wire and some cable going. There's our leaf supply. Cablets. Splitter. And what I found in my experience is that it doesn't actually matter which you do. You can do either or if you want. I don't think I want to do that. Manifold fed load balancer, I guess? I'll have to split it somewhere else too. Oh joy. I don't think it's going to make that bend very well. That's it. Turn the parts to do that. No, that part's connected together. I'm gonna have to move that. Just a smidge. Yeah, don't know. Let me out. Almost ready. Doesn't tell me how much I got. Nope. Doesn't say capacity here. Really gay. I just have the one cable left to hook up. And a belt. Will be good for that. Up, and it goes. 30, going up. 30 times 15 is what? 450 megawatts. Yeah, to do this for a little while. And now we could hook our copper back up so that we can have our wire going. This is one side of it. It'll take a little bit. Alright, it's still going to take quite a while. And since I have a buffer there. And then we disconnect that one because I don't want to bother with it. Since the 1.0 update, you can belt feed those ones. This one is kind of unnecessary. Click that. Click that. Alright. So we're up to that point. Resourcing bonus program that gets us coupons and stuff. That's what unlocks the awesome shop. Yeah, I think we do actually have enough stuff to do that. Thinking about it. If not immediately, it is getting everything is getting produced now. All of those base resources. It just might take a little bit. I never hooked that up. Goes faster when you plug it in. $56 max. That's not too bad. But that goes significantly faster when it's actually plugged in. So we're getting 60 out. 15. That'd be half of it. Don't have any other parts to do that, so we're gonna be relying on that one for now. Get the Mark II belts, and we'll be able to do a little bit more than that even. Yes, there was foliage. Past tense. Eventually, the ideal with the biomass, until you get coal going, is to you set it up with I was thinking container into a smart splitter, which I've done before. The part I missed before is a couple of containers afterwards so that it has somewhere to go. Otherwise, you're clogging up the output, and if you have all the wood going out and none of the leaves, you're never gonna. It's never gonna go down. The other side isn't gonna work. I mean, it'll take a while to go through what's in there. So what we do is reconnect up the wood. The wood should be pretty straightforward. It just goes straight into that. This is where our merger comes in, and we don't have any parts on us. Fortunately, that's in that bin, and that is in that bin. Get any more anyway. Probably just plug it in over there. And with the ability to underclock, not splitter, merger. Nope, they do not clip. We aren't going to be able to do that. Because that is our max belt speed at the moment. But with both of these running at the same speed, it's going to take it a while to get through everything it needs to do. And then we're now finished. The resource sink is where you unlock the... I believe that's actually where you get the ladders too. But things like the concrete-only foundations. Definitely something you want. Well, I think I'm going to go do a bit of explorating. Not a ton because I can't build another constructor yet, but it'll do. Let me build a few foundations. There, but over there. A bit further. Not a ton of exploring, but a little bit. Power should be good for a while. Power slugs, because we are going to be doing some overclocking. And by some, I mean a lot. And by a lot, I mean in the final factories, yeah, basically everything is overclocked. Summer street. Will do nicely. Can't go too near to those plant things, that blue plant things, because they stand up and then emit gas. Yeah. Gotta get up these. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted to do, is jump completely over it. Eh. Unfortunately, this one's going to go into research.
The Summer Sloop was named after Marie Somerville, co-founder of Fixit and head of its R&D department. There are many theories about the origin of this shape and why this symbol, mathematically resembling a Mobius strip, has found its way to both human and extraterrestrial culture. Thankfully, you don't need to know any of these theories to be a pioneer. Research it in the MAM to establish locally appropriate classification and application. Fun fact: the planet you are on was found and named during a planet spotting event Marie hosted named Marie's Awesome Scientific Search of the Avant-Garde Exoplanets.
There is a coal node over here too. Not gonna be able to do much with it, but yeah, here we are. Oh, come on now. Is it over there? There's a crash site around here somewhere. I just don't remember where. Up there. There we go. Extra parts. Thank you kindly. Thank you for your contribution. Oh, hey, modular frames. Rotors, which we'll need later. Cable, because we could always use more of that. Oh, hey, I picked up some copper sheets here somewhere.
Damaged hard drive successfully acquired. All pioneers are contractually obliged to preserve and secure any recovered hard drives for analysis in the MAM, which may result in benefits to the Fix-It mission. Speculation as to why there are crashed freighters in your Fix-It designated zone is discouraged as specified in your contract.
Or if I said, don't know, don't care. That's the cave you go in to get to the SAM. I don't have any portable miners on me, do I? No. No, I do not. You don't really need the raw SAM that much. You just need the reanimated version. I don't think there's any more down there. I think it's just the two that are on my concrete limestone node. I mean, it does make concrete, but it's not what the node is called. So we're gonna need that, and we're gonna need that. You know what, while we're here, that's a little bit. Now what you do is you place the miners and you collect a little bit. There's a few different of those, but I should stay pretty much where it's at as far as I'm out of that. Let's see. Not there. I think it's over that way is where it was. Gonna need a little bit more SAM. Like, I've not actually seen it in the safe. Where is my bridge? Over there. Okie dokie, so I know I'm going the right way. While supplies build up a little bit. So you go through over here, and this is the cave. You run along. I don't know if I can actually get there because of the gas clouds that are in the way. But basically, you go through here to the left, and you get to the sand that's underneath. That's fun. The problem is the gas clouds. Oh well. We'll have to go do that later, I think. Maybe I could go to the one over there by the... Forgot about gas clouds. That's not right. This way. Navigation brought to you by Wheatley. This way. Nope, not this way. Let's see. Ah, there's I think that's not what. Not a sloop. Okay, let's see. Can I get up in the... Well, no, there's that. Oh. Hello there, little sluggy. You are going to come home with me as soon as I find where the edge of the parkour is. Hello? Really? Okay, fine. It's a different way then. Fine. There's a crash site over that way, which actually I never put my hard drive in. Oh no! Let's see if I can find it. More this way. Because there's a big hole over there with limestone in it somewhere. I mean, I didn't need to let it run. Yeah, down. There's that. Where was that? Burb. There's a pond. Surely another drop. Drop pod should be over here. Where is it? Well, there is another one around somewhere, but I can't remember where. Silly me. Oh, of course. Let's grab that. Yes, thanks, Ada.
Unknown crystalline mineral collected. This mineral is composed of the same chemical elements as quartz and may yield similar industrial functions. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
Save over here. I don't always remember where everything is, but I do remember where some stuff is. Give to me the sloop. What would be really great would be to... okay. This is the one thing I don't like about this. Where's the exit? Let me out! Go this way, I suppose. If I go around that way, I know I can get up there. Barely have to jump. I see you there too. Pardon me, don't mind me. I'm gonna be an extinct species. Gonna get a coffee cup. Just takes time. It's gonna be the best cup of coffee I ever had. Although right now I don't. A little too much water in it. Too diluted. It'll get a little quicker once we have the Blade Runner switch. Actually, I could probably... Well, I don't think we have enough to do much with it. But, that is in the quartz tree. I have some modular frames. But I can't remember how much it is. Oh, yes! Exactly! But first I have to unlock it. Yup. Okay, let's see. Quartz. Let's research that. We're not going to be able to do anything with it just yet.
The crystalline mineral was a previously unknown variation of quartz, with uniquely large and flawless crystals, normally only found in synthetic quartz.
Right.
The industrial application of this mineral will follow that of its synthetic counterpart, specifically in communication and exploration technologies.
I don't have any SAM just yet.
Summersloop analysis completed. Summersloops are somewhere between battery and conduit, harvesting energy from pockets of space with complete disregard for the rules of the space-time continuum, and distributing it into its connected ecosystem. This energy,
Let the effigies harvest until the waves reach our shores. Consume.
similarities to the hypothetical force of dark energy to potentially be one and the same. It can now be tracked by the object scanner.
I don't actually have an object scanner. But, not gonna lie, I didn't make one. Let's see, how's our concrete doing? Concrete, and then our... Not enough. Let's start, but not enough. And then wire. Our wire supply is ready. Go on that side. Silly me. Get some stuff out of my pockets here. Let me go out of those.
Milestone reached. You have been given
what
access
are
to
those?
the anti-waste effort for stress testing of materials on Exoplanet's bonus program, also known as AWESOME. Your awesome input allows Fixit to comprehend our amazing universe more clearly. In appreciation of this, we have generously set up an internal, closed economy with exclusive rewards and currency. Directing parts of varying quantity and complexity into the awesome resource sink will grant Fixit coupons. These coupons can be redeemed in the Awesome Shop for highly desirable items such as new foundations, walls, factory attachments, cosmetics, parts, and more. Next time you have additional resources, just remember to go that extra kilometer. Go awesome.
Let's try to put this somewhere not in the middle of the... Well, I suppose that's not really possible, is it? Huh? Organization. Put that in there. I got that. Slowly get that. We're gonna be one of those. And then I think it was no customizer. We're just gonna start with the coffee cup. Coffee. You've been playing for 2 hours. Thanks for telling me. $35 a minute, really? Oh, throw that concrete onto there. Hold off on doing that because I want to sloop that constructor. I can have that in my pocket, I suppose. Those are both empty. And a little bit more of that. Yes, they're rows. There used to be trees in the grassy fields. Die more! Root in there. Leaves in there. Aww. It's gonna take a minute. Well, back to being a lumberjack. point in discriminating against that. Alright, what did you get me for today? Ooh, guest screws.
Hard drive analysis completed. Alternative
Oh,
recipe
hold off.
selection available in the MAM.
Oh, there wasn't enough. No. We're definitely not going to need that right away. Actually, I think we are. But hold on. That over that. We don't have reinforced plates for that. Yeah, have a coffee cup and don't even have Mark II belts unlocked yet. Priorities. I do have enough for that. Give me my cup.
Official Fix-It coffee cup unlocked. Do not purchase unauthorized Fix-It coffee cups. They have been known to explode and attract wasps.
Oh,
Unauthorized Fix-It coffee cups lower your attractiveness to your preferred gender and/or your sense of well-being if you have no gender attraction or preference. Official Fix-It products can be licensed for your use from official Awesome Shop installations only. Come to the best shop on the planet for the best deals on all official Fix-It supplies, guaranteed.
yep. There we go. It's so silly. I should probably start unlocking some more stuff, huh? Okie dokie. Get that going. Oh yeah, we don't have screws being made anywhere either. Whoops. I think we can work with that. Let's grab that recipe then. It's not a bad recipe. At the end of the day, you can get everything, so it doesn't really matter. Let's grab that one. Oh yeah, we have to construct that first. Also, I need a cable. Sure, definitely that. Breathe. Don't need anything fancy from there. Alright. Just splitter there. Let the machines do the work for me. And grab some plates. Don't think that's enough to cover that, but it's all automated. It'll get there. We're just waiting on the screws. Alright, fine. I'll go handcraft a bunch. I think what I might do is like optimize the plates from well, I'll have to play around with it a bit. But right now it is not running optimally. That was too many. This gives us the assemblers, which also uses that.
Milestone reached.
Oh,
the
now we need
assembler
rotors.
can produce more complex parts, including the first project part, smart plating, which is crucial for initiating project assembly. Project parts must be delivered to the space elevator. By completing your contracted duties as part of project assembly, you will definitely be helping achieve Fix-It Company goals without any other ulterior motive. Note, humans
wanna
cannot
know?
craft project parts. Do not worry about your inadequate crafting skill when compared to an assembler. Fix-It cherishes your innate human abilities, such as walking, striking objects, and commodifying natural resources.
See, 1, 2, 4, 6. I need 6 portable miners altogether. Because each of those takes 1. I'll make a couple extra just so I always have 2. Shouldn't need them, but yeah, doesn't hurt. Alright. Concrete. Fortunately, that's been running for a while now. So very slow. Rotors, which are just screws and air rods, if I remember it. Yeah, screws and rods. Which is why we grabbed the cast screw recipe for the moment. Not gonna be able to do steel rotors for a little while. Okay, do I have anything going on here? No. Uh, 2.5 minutes. It's not gonna pull out because we still have to wait on parts to generate. Let's see if we can find that. That dropout I was looking for earlier. I probably walked, knowing me, I probably walked right by it. Not necessarily going to be able to get the drive out because I think this one needs power, which I don't have. Although I might be able to throw down some biomass burners. Let me up. I think that's a course over there. Or parts. There goes the internet again. I mean, there it is. Gimme, 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 gimme. Give to me the things. 40 megawatts. That's like 2 biomass burners. And now it's back in my pockets. Kind of would like to have some Blade Runners, but don't think we're anywhere near that. Important meal of the day. Coffee. Oh yeah, I was gonna set that up, why didn't I? Since I have the option to just set those just concretes that are a little easier to mess with. Scan that. Let us turn. No. That was also a research thing. It's gonna be. Jeez. Yeah, most of this we have. Uh, 8.
Milestone reached. Fix-It would like to
Yeah, we're
remind you of
definitely
your
not getting
contractual
a smart lady
obligation
to.
towards efficiency. Recreational use of belts and lifts does not count towards work hours and will put you on the list.
Oh.
Stay efficient, don't disappoint Fix-It.
But Ada, you're ruining my fun. I was gonna play with. I probably should have done that first, but whatever. Let's see. I think rearranging all this would probably be a prudent thing to do, but I also want to do 27 other things. Not gonna be able to do it all right now. So we have that. I'm gonna run this direction because there's one up on a hill. Well, there's some power slugs around too we could grab. And grab you and grab you. Yeah, this is the fun one. Because there's also a hill. Should be enough. There's the mushrooms.
Potential edible collected. Reminder that look and smell alone do not provide sufficient data to determine exact risk of consumption. Just because it looks like you can eat it does not mean it won't eat you. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
Not if I eat it first. Steel pipes, yes. We're going to need those. All these lovely resources everywhere. Ooh, iron rebar. And there was another one over there. May as well grab that. That's Deuterium. I know there's a purple slug down there, but getting up and down right now would be, I didn't think I could. I mean, I could probably get down there, but I don't think I could get back up. Let's see, where's your spear? And you. Ha ha ha, my pockets are full. Yeah, that helps. Hey, antihistamine there. That was just limestone. I was gonna say, oh, hey, Deuterium. Wait, no. Nope. Never mind. Grabbing a quartz because we're gonna need that. This is iron. Actually, the surprise has been more wind. It is set to extreme after all. Yep, my pockets are full. Ooh, that we definitely want.
Research completed. Silica recipe unlocked. New quartz research available.
Yeah, we're gonna play for that. Come on, we can do it. I think I might dump the heavy modular frame and the circuit boards into the awesome sink. Let's see. Keep this fast there. And the foodstuffs, because we don't really need those on us. Not really, no. And everybody frame and support. 3 ways before needing those.
Blade runners unlocked. Equipped to run faster, jump with greater force, and decrease fall damage that might otherwise have lowered your value to fix it.
Yeah, there we go. Much better. I do not have enough of that for that. Might as well unlock that, though, because we are going to need that. Eventually. Specifically that.
Research completed. Quartz crystal recipe unlocked. New quartz research available.
How much is that dirty? Just one? Just one. Okay, so we're gonna grab that.
This mushroom, dubbed bacon agaric due to its uncanny resemblance to raw bacon, is compatible with the human digestive system and has been added to the object scanner. Further research is available.
Right. And we got 2 drives. Okay. Oh. Missed the one right behind me. Fine, let's put a foundation secret. There. Dang it. It's on soup. Ooh, new coupons. Let's see, what else do we want out of our awesome store? Got 8 coupons altogether. You know what? Ladder would probably be good. So I got 5 left. We'll have everything eventually. I think I'm gonna go with catwalks, even though we're not really gonna be able to build them much. Okay. And then I know the jelly pad uses that. Do I want to unlock that too or not? I don't know. Let's see. We need to make, at least temporarily, somewhere to build iron plates, the reinforced plates. I don't think I have enough to do that. I do actually have enough to do that. Oh, my rating has been paying off. Stitch iron plates or just regular ones? 5 a bit per minute, 5 per minute. Let's go with that one. Technically, it's the way over here, but we happen to have a little bit of extra production capacity, so iron plates. Except for me standing in the middle of the way. And a container. These are the ones to build with. I mean, I don't think I really need to come up there. Just come right off of there. And that gives us our stitched plates. And then I need to hook that up. Which I can do right now. It'll just take a little bit to get going, because it's gonna Mark 1. Mark 1 built. I'll clean it up at a later point. The nice one to grab would be the iron wire too, because then I could just run all of everything I need right off of that. space elevator even built. Put it somewhere temporarily, I guess. So yeah, I know we're not getting that set up either. I think I might just do that then. So that we're gonna probably end up moving it, but thunderstorm. The rods should be over here. And then we need a wire. Okay. The objective hasn't been done. We're definitely moving this thing. But for the moment, let's see. There's a control panel. For the moment, I'm going to put it there. There you are. Alright. There's our reinforced plates coming in.
Project assembly initialized. Congratulations, Pioneer. The space elevator will now automatically connect with the Project Assembly orbital platform. Project assembly is divided into phases, each of which require the delivery of project parts, such as smart plating, via the space elevator.
Right.
Subsequent phases unlock access to new tiers with more advanced technologies to construct, automate, explore, and exploit. It is time to be honest. This project is part of the Save the Day program, the largest united undertaking in human history, destined to save us all. Earth is in peril and only Fix-It pioneers offer hope for survival. Fix-It is counting on you. Humanity is counting on you. Do not let Fix-It down.
So we need 4 smelters per iron node, regardless of what is being produced. Okay, so that's good to know. 4, 16, 24 altogether. Okay, 25. And they'll all be in quartets. Sure. Let's see. I'm gonna put that there for now. Go check out what we got on that drive. You're a little bit longer on the stream. 6 inventory slots. I mean, it wouldn't hurt. Let's get that. Different engines. Among other things, there should be one for some point. Two, three, four, 6, 7, 8. So I'll use iron because that's what they be doing. The thing is, they're narrow enough to where this doesn't quite work how I would like. I mean, this is one of those cases where I think a manifold would be perfectly fine. It didn't. So, see, that's not going to be anywhere near enough. Need more leaves, but we should be okay on the supply for the moment. This is where that is going. Let's go ahead and get rid of some of the stuff around here, I suppose. We need it for the fuel. I think I'll use it for me to build. But I also need it for fuel. So. So that is not the bottleneck. That is good to know. First put this, that's what I wanted. So plug those in. Let's clear the foliage out from right here. It's gonna be very haphazard. Doesn't need a lot of biomass, but at the same time, it's only because of the length of time, not because of needing more power. I love this chainsaw. Yeah, I think I'm gonna dump that stator in there. Stators and motors, because we have zeros for either of those right now. And then we're gonna plop down a storage box for stuff. I'm going to put things that I don't need at the moment, but I will need. Yeah, there. I mean, I don't suppose I actually need that. Okay. We are low on concrete. This is going to be very messy, but for now.
Samples of new alien species acquired. Notable features are blunt teeth, suggesting it is herbivorous, and a thickly plated skull and spine, suggesting it is proficient at inflicting and receiving blunt force trauma. Research the remains in the MAM to establish classification and potential countermeasures.
Concrete. That's gonna be a moment. Do I have the ability to make another constructor for that idea? Yes. this is a semi-solid surface. What does the map have for us now? Also with other just two. Right. Copper rotors, refined concrete. I don't want either of those. That I do want. I do want the one on the right too, but I don't have enough hard drives for that research, so... yeah, megaphone. That's the other recipe that definitely does need
The
the,
remains researched belong to an organism now
Somerset.
dubbed the fluffy-tailed hog. It has many characteristics that would likely classify it among the Suidae family were it native to Earth. Hog remains can now be made into alien protein, and additional research may reveal options for improving pioneer safety during exploration.
that should be fine. So, I think I'm going to do it half and half, 2 pointing that way and then 2 pointing the other way. Don't actually have any cables being made. Well, let's see, so 30. So what I need to do is copy paste. Copy that. Copy that. Put one more over here. I don't like this strain very well, but it'll do. Then I need to fix the recipe there. So right now it is set to wire. It needs to be set to cable. This is how we're getting it going. Set. But as I happen to know, that is definitely doing more than 60 a minute. In the meantime, here you go, grab more. What am I stuck on? Grab some wire. Craft it into cable. Cable. A moment. So we have one facing that way. Okay. And I'm pretty sure we don't have enough room for space to do anything at the moment. Because, yeah. There is no optimization at the moment. Yeah, well. Fortunately, most of these belts are pretty short, so. Keep doing that. I mean, I suppose on a technicality, I don't have to do every belt as the Mark II, but we just don't have enough belts for that. Okay. Do I have one just making screws? Yes, I do. And craft some reinforced plates, I guess. Could take a minute. Need more concrete. Of course. If I put a pole right there for each one of these. And then oh, 1314. That gets all of the iron here collected and smelted into ingots. Okay. But it's not gathered up anywhere. And I'm not sure exactly what I want to do for the processing of it yet. I was just thinking we could go get another hard drive. Empty the inventory a little bit first. put some things back. Namely that. I'm going to keep the rest of it because I'm not 100% on which one I'd be running across next. I know there's one above the waterfall that goes down to there. And it uses power. I think I have enough stuff on me to actually build the man. So it should be in this early direction. Summer step over here somewhere too. I'll just be taking that, thank you.
The effigy has no song, only echoes, but it is part of a river. Why does the effigy avoid the windows?
Attention. Your brain's operations are outside typical parameters. Time spent daydreaming will be deducted from your sustenance budget.
I don't need food anyways. Hey, steel beams. That's nice. Sixty megawatts. It's exactly 2. Okay. Oh, come on now. Hey, one more then. There's another thing to grab over there. So I think we're almost where I want to be with being able to make the smart plating. Ow. Mushrooms. I believe this one is Deeper Galactic. Don't have the boombox yet, but yep, that's Deeper Galactic. Unfortunately, no, they don't have rock and stone on there. Everybody wants some bacon? Because we have bacon. Lots of bacon. believe that would give me a fungus. Mycelia research tree. Yep.
The fruit of this fungus-like flora does not seem to show much potential for use. However, its mycelial network is worth further investigation. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
Got a few more over there. Traditionally, I don't ever use the gas mask, but give me back. Let me just pick that over here. It just seems like a good idea. Yeah, quite a bit. Yeah, that's probably grab for now. Let's back out. Oh, for the coal gens, which is going to be a while off, I actually have mathed that out. If I do the Mark III belts, because that does get unlocked after you unlock coal, or run in the same tiers. 270 belts will go to 18 generators, and 18 generators needs at 270% clock speed on the water extractor. You can do 6 coal gens off of each extractor. So 18 coal gens needs 3 water extractors. That is, of course, assuming you're patient enough to wait till you get the Mark III belts before you build the coal plant and get it running. Helps a lot to also know where things are to begin with, so. Right. There it is. I was gonna say, wasn't there a power something like that? I happen to know that the other SAM node I was thinking of is up there. The problem is it's just way up the hill. I think the ideal way to get it is to just go and use the research to do the explosives and go get the other one that we wandered towards earlier, but that's Ow. So what I'm thinking is I want to do a coal plant over that way and use the 2 coal nodes that are in the grassy fields region. In order to have my coal power. And since I do the water tower thing, I was thinking it would be exactly 7 water extractors for that. Let's see, push stuff away. So put that away, that away, that away. Put that away for now. And that. So I can do there would be jump heads. And we're not doing that. At least not right now. That's where that goes, so I'll put that in there for now. goes over there. It goes there. See what we get before we leave. It's soon getting to where I'm thinking it's getting to be time. So there was one other setting I was going to change here. Alright. I need to click off the screen here. You're supposed to know how to make a beat ripper. Should probably make one. Don't have hand cells to do anything with it, but we're going to need it to be able to scan for things. What do I have unlocked? Pale berries, barrel nuts, mercer spheres, summer sleeps, and mushrooms. Alright. I see trees, shouldn't be there. Even worse, there's leaves. Let's over this way. And of course, there's Caterium over there. Same problem I have with the Sam node. I think we've got enough there for now. Okay. Let it drop the stuff off. Wood. Leaves. Wood goes over there. Leaves go over there. Chip silica and copper rotors, which means we're pretty close to all that we can unlock for this particular tier we're at. I still have a lot of work to do. Because we still need to get all that set up, as well as I need to fix this. As it is, it's not gonna work very well. It's poorly optimized to be an improvement. It actually reminds me of a car I saw parked long ago. Them parking badly would require them to park better than they were parked. We had 3 days. I don't actually have the hub set up in my creative world, nor do I have the space elevator. But actually, I'm going to need to go get food as well. Anyhoozle, I will be back tomorrow. There's quite people playing some Satisfactory today. Panda. That is where I was going to go. I'll eventually fix that. It's currently subs only. It shouldn't be, but I couldn't get it to work with it being free. So anyways, I will be seeing everyone tomorrow. Thanks for watching.